If you have a parent or grandparent who says they're fine, but maybe they seem a little bored, or maybe that person's you, here's something worth taking a close look at. The hardest part of picking up a new hobby isn't doing it. It's spending all that money on supplies for a new hobby that you're not really sure you will enjoy it. So every month, this box shows up with one complete kit. So you try it. If woodburning isn't your thing, next month you'll have something completely different to try. No supply commitments, no wasted craft store hauls. And if you find something you like, then you can invest in all the supplies you need to continue growing in your newfound creative hobby. Mom, tell me about the craft you made this month. It's a much better phone call than most. So let's take a closer look at how this works. I'd like to thank CrateJoy for sending me this month's Adult and Crafts Crate so that I can share this with you today. First of all, when you open up, it's got a little welcome card at the beginning. Looks like this month's activity is a wood burning kit. So this packet here is the instructions and patterns. You've got the wood burner itself. You've got paints for decorations. It's a little mini kit here with some, looks like practice pieces and some varnish. So we'll look at those a little closer in just a minute. And then you've got one large wooden piece. This will be for your final craft piece that you make. Okay, let's take a closer look at the instructions first. This is what your typical instruction sheet looks like. Tells you, of course, what the craft is, what materials are included. So this one includes the wood burning tool, the wood pieces, acrylic paint, gloss finish, transfer paper, paintbrush, practice wood, foam brush, sample designs. The few materials that are needed, and these are generally things that everybody's going to have around the house. Anything that's a specific craft item, I would say, comes with the kit. But of course, in electrical, you got to plug in your wood burner, scissors, pen and pencil, and tape. Gives you a little intro, and then it lays it out step by step, everything you should do for the activity. So nice, easy, well laid out, easy to follow instructions. These are patterns you use to trace on your wood pieces, and then you turn this on and then you kind of burn that pattern into the wood. So that's what these patterns are. These are just various patterns that you can do. And they've got everything. They got pretty basic ones to more elaborate ones. You can also download patterns like this off the internet. And then this transfer paper is what you use to transfer those on. Inside our little mini kit here, we've got 3 wooden pieces here. These are good for practicing if you've never done wood burning before, so you can practice on these. There's a little bit of a technique to it, but it's not difficult. Before you do your main piece, you can practice with these. Then you've got, this is a foam brush for spreading your acrylic, a paintbrush for painting your final design. Here's a nice little practice board so you can start getting the feel for the initial technique, and then varnish to seal your final design. So you've got 3 smaller pieces of wood. These you could do a small design on for it to actually keep, or you could also use these for practice. If you really want to make your big design something special, they could even be matching accent pieces for your main design. So this is a pretty typical kit that comes with this subscription box. You might not have ever thought about doing wood burning before, but this could spark some interest in a craft or activity that you've never really considered. Now, every month's activity is something different, so you never know what you're going to get, which gives you lots of variety of things to try. This kit's more for active older adults. I wouldn't recommend this for people who are having cognitive difficulty or people with dementia, because there are potentially some materials and activities that may not be safe for those folks. Somebody with advanced dementia, for sure, you wouldn't want to wood burning, or if they have eating behaviors, you probably wouldn't want them around paint. So I would keep this one just for the more active adults looking for a creative outlet that gives them a final product that they can show off that isn't just for the sole purpose of keeping busy. A few questions you may have about this. What skill level are these projects designed for? Do I need any experience? No, you don't have to understand or know how to do any of these specific crafts. You get very specific, detailed instructions. You don't have to worry about knowing what to buy. It's going to come with everything you need to do them. And it's ready to walk you through every step of the project. How many people can do the project with one box? Each box is designed for one person. But of course, an activity like this, you can share this among a few different people or a couple. It's not large enough that you would want to use for like an activity class or an activity room at a senior living center or anything like that. How does the shipping schedule work? The first box ships within 5 days of your order. Then ongoing boxes from that point are shipped around the 25th of each month, and your subscription renews on the 10th. So if you want this month's box, just make sure you've got your schedule renewed and paid for either at the time or in advance on the 10th, and then your box will get shipped to you on the 25th. How long does a typical project take to complete? That's going to vary kit by kit. Most are designed as a single session project. One like this, you can break up into a couple different sessions because you have these extra wood pieces, but generally 1 to 3 hours, depending on how complex the project is. Can you give this as a gift, and can the recipient choose their own projects? Yes, it can be gifted. Recipients can request specific kits depending on availability by contacting the seller by the 10th of the month. And you can do that right on the CrateJoy product page by using this link right here. So you get one complete project every month. Nothing missing, nothing to buy, nothing to coordinate. So for older adults who want something practical to look forward to, or adult children who want to give them that without a whole lot of effort, this is that subscription. So I've put a link in the description for you. It is an affiliate link. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but does help support the channel. So if this was helpful, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more helpful tips. What kind of project would you want to start first? Would it be something like wood burning? Or maybe something low-key like candle making? Tell me in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching. For more helpful tips like these, please visit grayingwithgrace.com. Don't miss out on our free Graceful Journeys email newsletter. Subscribe today at grayingwithgrace.com/newsletter.